Ladies and gentlemen, there is a few things that I've been meaning to make videos on recently. Today, it is this. The Asus ROG Strix XG438Q. It is a 43-inch 4K 120Hz DisplayPort 1.4 monitor, and it is $1,198.78. That's what I paid for it after tax and shipping and all that. So what do I think about this monitor? Let me just put it like this. If you paid almost $1,200 for a monitor, you'd think it would be probably the best monitor you've ever had. Unless you're the type of person that buys like $5,000 monitors. That's what I thought. But if I'm being completely honest, this monitor is among the worst monitors I've ever had in my life. And that's not even exaggerating. That's being completely serious. This monitor is absolutely terrible. Not even the 4K of this 4K monitor looks that good. So I'm recording this video in 4K at 60 frames a second, just so you could see in the video you're watching, assuming you're watching it on a 4K monitor, you could see roughly what I'm seeing. So this is a 4K image of Venom. It looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, it does look pretty good until you look at it on another 4K monitor. This is actually my old monitor, the one that's sitting next to it. It's also a 43-inch, also 4K, except it is 60 hertz instead of 120 hertz. And if you look at this, for some reason, the 4K of this $400 monitor looks better than the 4K of a $1,200 monitor. So a good way for me to show you that is, let me open up the browser. Where's YouTube? I was just watching tiny house videos. So let me, here's a human.
Today's video is brought to you by ablmerch.com.
All right. Let me bring this guy halfway in between these two monitors. Alright, this is the cheap monitor. This is the very expensive monitor. You can see that the color looks way better on this side. Let me put the flag halfway between. Let me get some blue in there. The blue on this side looks faded. It doesn't look vibrant. The red on this side looks more pink than anything. The red on the cheap monitor looks really good. You can see when this guy's face was halfway between it. The color on this side is like really faded and like grayed out looking. The color on this side is really vibrant and looks really good. And look at the clarity. Look at the clarity of the 4K on this side versus this side. Now, this is the exact same person in the exact same video. Like, look at the blue in his hat. Same person, same video. Why is it on this side? You could see the bumps in his face. You could see where his beard is coming in. And this side is like super smoothed out. And like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when I'm looking at a 4K image, I want to see that 4K image. I don't want to see like a crappy version of it. Let me click on another person. All right, 3840 by 2160. All right, this picture of it is 4K. So let me move it halfway in between here again. Look at the difference. Just look at like the little tiny details you can see on this side versus on this side. Like you could see the brush strokes of the painting on this side. On this side, look at his nose. There's nothing there. It's just flat white, and on this side you can see the strokes of the brush. Same thing, look at the vibrancy of the red on this side. This looks almost like a chrome red, because it's meant to look shiny. This looks like a flat pink. Oh, even look at the windows. That's what the dark gray is supposed to look like. On this side, it's like a light, crappy gray. And I've been all through every freaking single setting that you could possibly think of on Windows, on the NVIDIA control panel, in the display settings, in the monitor itself. The reason why I wanted to upgrade from this monitor to a better monitor was because I was having really, really bad quality small letters. And someone was telling me it was because I was maxing out the bandwidth of HDMI, because this monitor right here does not have DisplayPort, it's only HDMI. This has DisplayPort 1.4, so it's supposed to be like a ton of bandwidth, it's supposed to be able to carry whatever you want to put at it. And just so you can see where I'm at, if it'll open, there it is. So as you see here, I am in RGB, full dynamic range, 8-bit color, 32-bit depth. So when I'm in RGB mode, I can be on full dynamic range. But let me see if I could pick this up. That, my friends, is called ghosting. And this monitor has the worst ghosting I have ever seen on any monitor ever in my entire life. I'm moving my my phone with the window to try to get it in so you can see it. I'm sure that'll come off. That's so bad that you'll be able to see it. Like, that's 120 hertz 4K panel right there with like something, I forget what it was, something like that, 5 millisecond response time. That is mind-blowingly terrible. So let's see, let me find another 4K image. Look, even scrolling through where I'm scrolling, you might not be able to pick it up as much. You can see it a little bit. Even just simply scrolling through a window, I'm getting ghosting that is so bad. You get the idea. Simply scrolling through a page on the internet, it ghosts so bad that it gives me a headache. Like, not even exaggerating. When I scroll, I have to close my eyes so my eyes don't try to focus on something that is so badly, like, not even able to be focused on. All right, 4K people. There we go. So now let me do the same thing. Let me put it halfway in between. Look at the clarity on this cheap monitor. You can see his pores. You could see every little dot and bump and divot in his skin. Like, look, you could see the bumps under his nose where he shaved. They're not even there anymore. See the little scabs from where he shaved? No, look right here. They're not there. This is absurd. The main reason I wanted to upgrade from that monitor was because of text. So let's go to display setting, let's pop up some text on there, and what do you know? The text is still blurry. That is perfectly in focus right now. My camera, anyway. My camera is in focus. That is what the letters actually look like. And this is with clear type on. So how is the backlight bleed? Let's find out. You can see even on just the mouse, which is orange, it's not even white, but you could see where the color is bleeding. Now let me change my cursor back to white. My cursor is white again. $1,200 monitor. Like, I know what some people are going to say, oh, it's a VA panel, it's going to look like crap, it's not going to look as good as an OLED panel. Yeah, no shit. But that does not mean that I'm going to be okay with a $1,200 monitor that looks so bad, I would rather go back to my $400 monitor, which is actually exactly what I'm going to do. Look at the ghosting on this. I know I could see it on my phone screen, so I know it's going to be able... I know you're going to be able to see it in the video, but keep in mind, it's a lot worse in person. Now let me go over to this one. Extremely little. $400 monitor. $1,200 monitor. Absolutely freaking absurd. I don't want to turn this into like an hour-long video. Just, if you plan on upgrading your monitor, do not buy this monitor. The reason why I bought it was because there were so many people, big YouTube channels, that reviewed this monitor, and they were talking about how they absolutely loved it. Oh, it is the best VA panel I have ever seen. And other people were saying, like, oh, well, it's not the best I've ever seen, but it's up there. It is very good. I don't know if these people are, like, paid by Asus, or if it was, like, a paid sponsorship and it was part of the contract where they weren't allowed to talk shit, or I don't know what was going on. I'm not going to speculate on anything like that. All I know is that this monitor, terrible. Literally, the only good thing about it is that it's 120 hertz. That is literally the only thing I like on this monitor better than my $400 monitor. And it's actually going to suck going from 120 hertz back down to 60. But there's no way in shit I'm getting stuck with this monitor. I am returning it. I'm getting my money back. And I don't know where else to go. I don't know what else to buy. I'm probably going to go with some OLED TV, honestly. Some 120 hertz HDR 4K Samsung OLED TV. That's probably where I'm going to go, because they don't really make too many huge form factor monitors like this one. There's only a couple. And out of those couple, there's really only a couple that are affordable. And even $1,200, that's really not affordable. This was like a huge decision for me to make. And I very, very much regret my decision. So that's it. Just wanted to point those couple things out. If you plan on getting this monitor, just be warned. I warned you. It is junk. It is terrible. It is among the worst monitors I've ever had in my life. So that's it. You've been warned. Have a good day, people.